Hi Rashwant, and I'm here with my teammate Shweta to present the final project for the course CS 5200 Database Management Systems. So for this project, we have developed a rental management system using Flask, HTML, CSS for the front end, and to build the backend, we've used MySQL database. So yeah, this will be the ER diagram for this project. And we have, first of all, we have a separate entity called property, which represents a property. And we have an entity called owner, which represents an owner. So in this website, one owner can post multiple properties. So we have a one-to-many relationship between owner and property. Then the notifications are pushed to the properties. So we have multiple notifications are pushed to properties. So we have a many-to-one relationship between notifications and property. Then we have a separate entity that represents tenants. So tenants have multiple features in this website, and one of them is maintenance, generating maintenance requests for a property. So we have a tenant can raise multiple maintenance requests. So we have a one-to-many relationship between tenant and maintenance requests, and there can be multiple maintenance requests that are associated to one property. So we have a many-to-one relationship between maintenance request and properties. The tenant can also make payments in our website to pay their rent. So that is represented by the payment entity, and as tenants can make multiple payments for the same agreement, we have a one-to-many relationship between tenant and agreement. So now we have many-to-many relationship between tenant and agreement. Agreement entity represents agreements, the rental agreements for a property. So we bring in this many-to-many relationship because the owner might want to post updated agreements for a different tenure if the tenant chooses to continue in the same property again. So the same tenant can have multiple agreements for the same property. So to achieve this, we have many-to-many relationship between them, and an agreement can have multiple tenants as well. So we have a many-to-many relationship here. And to achieve the same thing, we have one-to-many relationship between property and agreement, because an agreement will have only one property associated to it, but a property can have many agreements, as explained earlier. So this is the basic explanation of ER diagram. Now I'll proceed to to the basic demonstration of the project. Right, so now I'll be demonstrating the working of our project. So this will be the home page of our project, and in this page we display all of the available properties posted by all of the owners in this website. So if a visitor wants to contact the owner, he can just use this contact information and contact the owner. So we have two options here: login and sign up. So sign up helps to create helps a user to create his own account. He can create two types of account. One is tenant and the other one is user. So yeah, let me create a sample tenant account for you. So user account for you, owner account for you. So before modifying the table, yeah, so the table looks like this. Before modifying, the table looks like this. So after modifying, if I'm gonna click create user, the user has been created, and you can find the user here. Now, now I log into an account that I have created previously, so that I could demonstrate the other functions of this website as well. So I've logged into an pre-existing account here. So in this account, the user has already posted two properties. In this page, the user can view all of the properties that he has posted in this website. He also gets an option to add new properties. So I add a new thing. Okay, yeah. So now if the before adding the property, the table looks like this. So if I click on add property, You can see the property has been added here and all of the details are present here. And this has also been updated on the in the property table as well. So the user also gets an option to edit and delete his property. So if he wants to delete the property, let's say he wants to change the address and the rent amount. So yeah, before updating the table looks like this, and after he clicks on update, the table looks this way. So yeah, and the owner can also delete the listing from here. So and the owner can now add lease agreements to its website as to his website as well. So let's say, oh yeah, and after deleting, you can see that the table has been modified here. So now the owner can add lease agreements as well. So if he chooses this property, to add a tenant, we have to basically add their username here. You can also add multiple tenants to this place. So let me just add one tenant now. So the start date is this, the end date is this, and now I give the PDF. So now if I click on create, the lease agreement has been created successfully, and you can find the lease agreement. Yeah, you can find the lease agreement here, and the owner can edit the lease agreement as well. So let's say he wants to modify the date of the lease agreement. He could do it from here and click on update agreement, and if you and it has been reflected in the table as well. So now yeah, if he wants to delete, he can do that from here as well. So if he clicks on delete, then the values are removed from the table as well. Then the owner can view the maintenance requests processed, sent by the tenant, and he can also update the status from here. This will be demonstrated by Shweta when she is demonstrating the tenant side of the project. The payment history shows all of the rent payments done by the tenant. And yeah, so the notification also will be demonstrated by Shweta. Yeah, thank you.
Functionalities. But before that, I'll create the lease agreement for the tenants so that the tenant will be associated with the property. I'll add two tenants to the same property. So the agreement table looks like this. I'll create agreement, and this can be viewed in the table as well. The agreement has been added for the two tenants with the same agreement ID. Now I'll log into the tenant side. So this is the tenant dashboard, and he'll be able to see the maintenance request that he has raised, and as well as the lease agreement he has been created with. And then he'll be able to raise maintenance requests. So he can submit a request. So the maintenance request table looks like this before. If he submits the request will be updated in the table as well. So we can look at the table. He can also view the status of the request. After updating from the owner side, the status will be changed to in progress or completed, and that will be able to viewed by the tenant. And he can also view the lease agreements in detail. He can also see the agreement PDF and everything. The tenant can also pay the rent through this website. So let's say he'll be paying the rent or the deposit. The payment table looks like this before, and after submitting the payment, the record has been inserted into the table as well. The notification is where he can see all the notifications posted by the owner. So I'll log into the owner side and I'll post notifications. So before that, we'll also update the status of the request. Let's set the status to completed, and before that, I'll show the request table. It has been open, and now I'll update it to be completed, and this change will be reflected here. And the payment history, he can also view the payment history. He can send notifications to all the tenants related to that property. So we'll check the property ID. We'll go to the property table and check the property ID is 8. This property has been associated with two tenants. One is Shweta and other one is the Ila. So this is the notification table, and after sending the notification, the table will be updated. Now we'll log into the tenant side and see the notification. The notification has appeared here, and the request status will also be updated. We'll check the other tenant if they also got the same notification. So this tenant has also is associated with the same property, so they'll also get the same lease agreements and the notification. So yeah, that's it. This is the working of a project. Thank you.